Deb, I'm with you. I don't really like that low one. I don't know if it was 1-2-2 or 1-3-1, but it was soft. There was no pressure on him. If you don't give him any pressure, I mean, he can look. One thing is you got to take away his vision. He's a smaller guard, but if you don't pressure him, he's going to pick you apart.
Leffew with a spin move. That's a circus shot off the glass.
To the paint.
Demery Jr. gets it off to the left wing. Jumper no good. Newell with the rebound. Leffew for three. It's good. He splashes it home.
Selection Sunday. Steal. Georgia on the run out. Godfrey kicks it out to Lawrence. Up top, Leffew. Leffew all the way. McLaughlin rings out. That was right on line, around and out. And that's a quality look, quality trip. Georgia takes its time here. No, Leffew has other ideas. Steal. Leffew. Breakaway. Timeout. Out of the right hand of Carey, who's limping his way back. He's playing in some pain right now. Under 4 timeout at the next whistle. Georgia content to bleed a little clock. Leffew. Late shot clock 3. For Vandy to start knocking down threes. They'll need Georgia to help them. This is where Georgia has improved immensely. Taking care of the basketball, not committing careless turnovers. And it all starts with the guy with the basketball, number 5 in gray, Demery. Mike, I have to keep reminding myself as we watch Leffew score again. I have to keep reminding.
Demery, little bit of space, step back. He finally missed one. That's short off the arm, but he gets his own miss. Out front to Ace and Newell. Newell guarded by Butler. Looking for help. He gets it to Dakota Leffew. Leffew with a baseline jumper. Hand in his face. A good look there for Arden Conyers, the redshirt freshman from right here in Columbia. Way to step into that shot. Leffew on the drive, and he gets the friendly roll off.
They lost to Cameron Indoor. I think the Blue Devils and the Tigers end up seeing each other again.
Really? I like that. Dakota's in. The fifth-year senior Indiana State transfer's got his first points tonight. Leffew, quick step by Pryor, and a foul.
It's not apples and apples. It's like comparing a good fielding shortstop to a slugging left fielder. Both are important to winning, but they contribute in different ways. So I think Georgia with this win is probably going to find its way into the field. Okay. But a team like North Carolina, let's say, that's North Carolina first and foremost, but just 1-10 in quad one. A week from tonight, they better find a way to beat Duke.
As he converts the traditional three-point play.
Yeah, think about that, right? That's 7 more opportunities. And we know how many times you get offensive rebound and kick back for a 3.
Leffew takes it himself and got it to go.
That we've seen this year. Amongst the trees, you can't finish. The bigs run, attack, get on the offensive glass.
Leffew, little floater, got it.
And land, because he'll get it to you.
Here's Blue Kane. Leffew. Leffew, little step back. Got it.
This team into his team, a defensive team. Athletic, active. And in this league, again, I don't care how much you score, you better play defense to be one of the best teams in this league.
Here's Demery. Off to R.J. Godfrey. The transfer from Clemson.
And Mississippi State will get in the passing lanes and challenge you to make jump shots. Leffew. And And the big man sprinted from one end to the other. Finished it up.
Gottfried has it stripped out of his hands for a moment. In the corner, Leffew rips it.
A great pace to this game. Guys were tired and looking for that first time out.
For the Bulldogs, Santo Surreal checks in, as does Tyron Lawrence.
Pressure by Mississippi State. Now they get back just man-to-man defensively. When you have a guy like Cameron Matthews on the floor, he can kind of put all kinds of pressure, full court, three-quarter court, and then get back. Smart player.
Leffew would be right there. That's 6'10", 230.
He's had some kind of year. Double figures, 5 of his last 6. Shoots it well, defends well. Doesn't shoot it deep very well, but around the rim, you can count it.
6 points for Murphy. Leffew will fire for 3.
So Dave.
And Kentucky got it today against a South Carolina team that's certainly hurting right now for victories. And there's a nice inbound.
Question is, how do we get this team to that next level where we are consistently playing to win these types of games?
Well, when you're playing in there, that's something this Alabama crowd is wanting to see. Jaron Stevenson, a sophomore at 6'10", has so much talent, but has not been able to find his rhythm offensively. Knocks down a big one in the corner.
Here's Leffew. Floater is good to silence that crowd.
And Lamont Paris, the head coach for South Carolina, has welcomed him back with open arms.
34 minutes overall in that 5-point overtime loss to Mississippi State last time out. Here's Leffew. Gets it back on the dribble handoff. And he'll try a 3 and knock it down.
You could tell Lamont Paris came out and wanted to get the veteran Nick Pringle involved. He was just a little too strong. I think he expected more contact that he got.
Just 1 for 8 now for South Carolina from distance. Here's Newell. 8 points, 7 boards, 3 blocks, and now give him an for South Carolina.
Rich, you could tell what he brings to the table with the 19-point outing versus Mississippi State. He's still got to get his win back, get comfortable, but he's somebody that will be at the top of scouting reports as the season goes on.
Here's Blue Kane. Little too much dribbling, almost lost the handle, 10 on the timer. Leffew pulls up for 3. Give him the dime and give Arden Conyers the bucket, but he comes up gimpy. Looked like Conyers might have got a little bit of a shot to the nether regions.
All men can relate.
Leffew dribbles right through the South Carolina defense by Jamari Thomas, who was looking for an and 1.
Well, he needs to look for his defender. You don't have time to learn about an and 1.
Back-to-back 19-point efforts for Jamari Thomas coming off an injured knee where he missed 4 games. Here's Leffew, an easy 2.
Nice.
Richard buries the triple. How about that? An air ball in one possession, and then he drills the second one. But Micah Handlogden thought about it, wanted to play, and then decided to not play as that 3 is.
What does Mike White want? It's going down low.
Yeah, get the ball going side to side a little bit right here and make Arkansas work, but it's going in the paint.
Leffew. Step back mid-range.
Janai Bloom almost always draws a double team on the block in the post.
Leffew, little side step, gets to his jumper.
Right now, and Stegman Coliseum's getting behind their Georgia Bulldogs on this 9-0 run.
Surreal, not a threat from the outside, so he hands it off to Leffew. Pump fake, elbow jumper, counter.
Well, right now, obviously, 3-possession game. I believe you do need a 3-point shot now.
Georgia trying to find a quick one, down 9. Leffew going to the rim, and he will lay it in.
By Milicic. Recognition, Igor Milicic not boxed out, comes in with a line from the corner, and we get the tip back dunk.
9 minutes now left in this one. Oh, good cut. And lays it up and in as
with some full court pressure, and Zakai Ziegler has taken over the game. He's running the show, setting up his teammates, and when he gets an opportunity to shoot from the outside, he's making it count.
Yeah, Ziegler now with 600 assists in his career. Just the second SEC player to have 1,000 points, 600 assists, 200 steals. Alex Caruso.
Kane now with the deflection and the steal. Georgia trying to push it. Leffew from downtown, and he got it.
The hardest trait to guard is people that can shoot the basketball. And this Oklahoma team can shoot the basketball. And it's hard to constantly take that away from them.
Leffew, he can also knock it down from...
He certainly hasn't backed down.
Well, my first job in TV was News 12 the Bronx. I know about the borough. Leffew wheeling, dealing on the baseline. Gets Miles, a little hesitation, has it swatted by Surreal. They're trying to post up Asa Newell. He gets the clear out in the corner. One-on-one against Godine, picks up his dribble. Now Leffew makes the adjustment midair.
Has been asked of him from rebounding to stepping away and making shots.
Georgia now making their move again with 7 on the shot clock. Leffew off the deck, his runner rattles in.
He beats him to the spot. I do think that rubbed a little bit off of Deshane Montgomery. But this is a game when you're catching the ball, you got to lean on your fundamentals.
Leffew banks it home. Kentucky shooting under 30% from deep, 6 for 21 tonight. Minutes to play in the second half. Newell, pulp fake, trying to spin back. It was Butler helping with the D. Shot clock's at 2. Leffew off 1 foot, banks it in. It's been that
area. A lot of people want to know, how do you score? How do you get your shot off? Well, you get a move. You get a creative passing lane for your teammate to get it to you.
And use the glass.
Use the glass, the bankboard. Like Larry Bird.
Leffew lets it fly. Got the 3. That's the first Georgia lead
that existed coming into this season. He's got 11 points today to lead all scorers.
Absent gets it to Dakota Leffew. Turned down the 3 instead. A baseline runner.
Scores over the outstretched arm of Surreal.
I can't believe he wasn't challenged him, but he did. Went right at him.
13-10, South Carolina State. Midway through this first half, R.J. Godfrey get a check back in for the Dogs. We'll see Justin absent for the first time. I think McKenzie's going to come back for South Carolina State. Leffew 3, good, we're tied. 5 new subs looking to come in. The Georgia Stat Crew's having a lot of fun with this.
As the half goes on, you can see the confidence just building for South Carolina State.
Leffew 3 to give Georgia the lead. It's good.
Was an answer throughout the game here.
They have hit a slew of clutch threes. Lead back to 7. Takes a little wind out of the sails of this tremendous crowd.
Yeah, quiets them off a little bit.
Here's Leffew. Finish it. Georgia's offensive official against Newell. Here's Jones. Jones against Godfrey. Great matchup. There's Steele. Montgomery. 2-on-1. Leffew with a powerful jam. Dogs back.
3 on the way. This one overshot. Won't go for Dalen Berry. Dakota Leffew pulls up. Long 2 for him. That's
waiting for him to go to his strong right hand. Countered back over his right shoulder with the left hand off the glass.
Leading scorer for the Buccaneers with his first points of the game. Cuts the lead to 7. Leffew. 3 on the way off the no-look pass from wrong, but an offensive rebound underneath for Kelly. The putback tipped around, and Georgia able to clear it. That's an offense or a defensive rebound for Justin Abson. Surreal gives it back to Leffew, and he goes up with the reverse. It's in a row with strong rebounds from Dylan James. Deshane Montgomery has scored the last 10 for Georgia.
Georgia, you got to find the ball, get it back to Deshane Montgomery.
Leffew with a mid-range. Leffew off the screen out front. Steps back, 3 on the way for Leffew is good. Wilkins has not spent much time on the floor in this game. Leffew, another 3 on the way. Another 3 for Leffew.
Over his left shoulder for him to counter back on the step through and get to his left hand. That's an elite move in the paint.
Leffew from the elbow. Good. He's feeling it. 6:55, closing in on 8 minutes remaining. Dogs looking for their 11th win of the year. Tyron Lawrence. Absent has come back into the game for Georgia with Surreal going to the bench. Leffew, he's been feeling it. Is he still? Yes.
Now that's a high.
Puts it on the floor. Has to give it up. Dunn takes the left-handed 3. Rim out. Newell the rebound. Coach, what can we say about this Georgia team through 10 games? Where is it, in your mind, they've improved the most?
Defensively. It's, last year, very inconsistent, a lot of different lineups. Just, really, Leffew, boy, what a great addition.
The cut to the basket. Oh, and a block by Surreal. In the corner, Leffew buries the 3. See if he can get a block right here. He tried to. He changed the shot. As good as a block if he didn't touch it. To the corner and the launch by Leffew. Buries another.
Year player. He's been half of that time at Eugene. Surreal now gets it off to Dylan James. James back to Leffew, who pulls up and hits it.
Great patience there by Georgia.
Basketball world was calling a slam dunk contest in Chicago when Neek and Jordan went after it. They really put that contest on the forefront.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, the best dunkers in the league going at it. It's the way it should be, competitive.
Little finger roll there from Dakota Leffew.
That's a nice move.
Kentucky chose Georgia over Georgia Tech, Arkansas, and the Wildcats after the coaching change. Dogs happy to have him.
He's the surreal deal.
Yes, he is. That zone from Grand Canyon. Long 3 from Leffew. Got it.
Ball movement. This has been the
out from deep this season. 3 in the air. That's Keba Jai's first look from downtown. He's 2 of 5 from deep this year, so not really a noted three-point shooter. Notre Dame scored the first 6. And watch Georgia miss their first 9 shots. There is the aforementioned.
From the outside, you're able to pound it in the interior and get on the offensive glass, and it keeps them within the balance they need to stay in every game. And its formula's been working out very well so far.
It's a word we heard a lot, the depth. Coaching staff really lauds the depth. So after the Notre Dame miss, Leffew knocks down another. So extra on the line this week, partner. So here we go. SEC ACC Challenge. We are underway. We got 4 games going right now. And we'll have 10 on the men's sides completed today, 6 more tomorrow, and then 16 women's games Wednesday through Thursday. It is a marathon, folks, so which league is going to claim bragging rights? Dakota
game. This is a point where Georgia has to show their maturity.
With the shot clock training, they find Leffew off the screen. New 20 after the James rebound. He's been very good on the offensive glass today. Santos Surreal. Look who's open again. Leffew instead puts it on the deck, rises and hits the leaner.
DeCarum takes it all the way to the cup. 4-point ball game.
All of a sudden, Georgia staggering after. Look at that. A 15-2 Notre Dame run. They have been relentless. Leffew, 4-3. A nice response. Very patient walking it across the timeline. Leading by 13. 1:35 to go.
A lot of contact on that last one, but Georgia, exactly right, can bleed the clock and work the ball around, shoot at the end under 5 on every set possession.
What have you made of Asa Newell today? There's Leffew with the leaner.
4 and 5 here for Georgia, doing a really good job of
KG misses a 3.
playing defense at the point of the screen. Georgia able to get out in transition.
Lawrence for Leffew, right corner. He's got a pure stroke all net.
Didn't need much time to get it.
Here's Spence with 6 to shoot, under 9 to play in the first. Loses a handle. Demery pushing it the other way. He's got Leffew out in front. He'll finish with the right hand.
Excellent job,
Lawrence getting to the rim to draw a couple of fouls. In the corner, that's been his spot so far. Good cross-court pass. Georgia moves it nicely for Leffew, who hits again.
Assistant poetry.
Here's Demery coming back the other way. Good pressure up high. And you see a lot of similar traits with these two teams. Little turn, fade, smoothly done.
The Dolphins tonight, but they've just been all the Dolphins been able to get. Just not enough. Stay with a team playing as well as Georgia is right now.
Here's Blue Kane with a drive. Good pass to Leffew, to Kane. Georgia sharing it nicely. Leffew, 3, splash.
Man, Georgia's dribbling the ball, those 2 or 3 dribbles. You can tell he had a little skill, a little feel for the game out there.
And we've talked about it before with the players from Africa. Is that 3 good from Leffew?
It won't get you long.
Drive blocked away. Here comes Georgia 2-on-1. Leffew ahead of the pack, lays it in. Largest lead of the game for either. Rutgers, number 24 in the land, taking on Kennesaw State. Right after we're done. Tip off at around 1:10 Eastern time as Leffew takes it. And rejected at the rim by Godfrey.
Forget about it. I'm very tight, but I pay to see this game, Chris. Tremendous action. Great defenses.
So many great athletes out there.
Oh, yeah.
Leffew, the drive. Newell cleared space for him.
Not necessarily wrong, just what feels right for you in that moment.
We have a modern-day Yogi Bear on the broadcast today. If there's a fork in the road, take it, Lexi just said, basically. Demery in the corner. Still time in this ticker for Georgia. I'm also not sure if Lexi knows who Yogi Bear is. She's not a huge baseball fan. This is a fall away J for Georgia. Joplin's drive got stopped. Now he's back on the outside and driving in again. Floater not there. Lawrence rebound.
Joplin just didn't have a good angle that time. When you don't have a good angle, it's better to jump stop and go off 2 feet off of a strong foundation instead of fading away.
Kane looking for space. There is just nothing there right now. A stagnant possession for Georgia. Got to move here. Shot clock running down. Newell. Kick. Leffew. 3.
Marquette turning their defense into offense. Georgia too careless with their passes. They've got to be more fundamental. Fake a pass to make a pass. Marquette's in every passing lane.
Leffew wants the three. He'll take it. Led by 1 at halftime. They hit essentially a buzzer-beating three to take the lead at the end of the first half. Corner kick. Leffew open in that corner.
Need it.
They really do. They need it in a long drought there, but they need to hit threes to stay competitive in this basketball game.
Big man Cyril. Leffew's been a great scorer off the bench for Georgia. Finds Lawrence. Sayi, great extension of the defense. Leffew, quick trigger, smooth stroke, and he tickles the twine. Chad Moody coming back with the 2 fouls. I love it there by Otis Hewley. Top players got 2 fouls. Felt like it was slipping away a little bit.
That's right.
Get him back in there.
You have to get him back in the game. A little 2-2-1 press. Again, you're going to stay competitive and get out here at halftime close. Need him in the game.
Boom. What a... He played 2 and won a national title.
That's right.
Moody, that was a nice strong move, couldn't finish, and Cyril doing the work on the boards. That's his 7th rebound to go along with 3 blocks, and the Dogs get the 3 on the other end.
He took that one with some confidence. Terry, the drive, collapse the defense, kick out. O'Brien, no hesitation, lets it fly. Transfer from the Colorado Buffaloes. Puts a 3 in, first one of the game for either opponent.
Dakota Leffew.
That was good. 2 ball reversals, and the result is a paint touch, a kick out for the 3 for O'Brien. Couldn't ask for a better possession if you were the Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets now 4 of 7 from 3 in the second half. Lawrence denied by Dongo. And the finger roll from Leffew. What a take by Lance Terry. Georgia Tech needed it in the worst way.
Took some contact there early on in that one, too. Great concentration.
The Yellow Jackets have got to have stops. Georgia content to kill a little clock.
Yeah, the clock right now is Georgia Tech's enemy. They're going to have to force tempo.
Oh, wide open Leffew. Wide open attempt there for Tyron Lawrence.
Georgia by 6, Miles inside, a little too strong. Georgia with the early momentum. Lawrence with the drive.
Poor spacing.
Leffew 3. Yep. The man's on fire.
This time making up for the minutes he missed in the first half. But this team should be a good pool, I think, to get some of those local basketball fans there this year.
Leffew with a nice finish. Yeah. Good. Bombs away for the Ospreys from Jacksonville,
This
Florida.
is exactly what North Florida's been looking for the whole game. Now they've gotten to the point where they've been able to get Georgia detached. No overhelping on drives and getting wide open shots now. Those weren't shots they were getting in the first half.
66-57. The Georgia lead is 9. Lawrence for Newell. Newell facing up into the corner. Leffew 3. He tickles the twine.
Right back at you.
He's got a big piece of land down there in Valdosta.
Yep.
I still do all my own landscaping.
Yep.
I mean, that is a hard-working guy. And when you got that kind of a background as Leffew scores. When you got transfer from Vanderbilt, that is a great head fake there from Josh Farmer. It spins in and out, no good though.
Some creative finishing we're seeing here thus far. He didn't get that one to go, but did a great job of getting the ball outside of the frame of the defense.
Could Lawrence be one of the, I don't want to say more underlooked, as Leffew will fire 3 and knock it down.
There we go.
A couple of those teams, there wasn't as big a gap in the talent level. I just think the overall talent level on this team has come up.
Well, it's significant. I'll tell you this from personal experience. This is probably the most talented team the last decade.
Big man showing the range. He's got 8 points, and they've all been from the perimeter.
All been from the perimeter. Outstanding touch. Reminds me a lot of a big man that played for Johnny Jones at LSU, Johnny O'Brien. Great touch away from the goal. Gets very, high arc on release on the shot.
Here's Kane for
Tough
Godfrey. Dimry. Texas Southern really getting after it defensively. Leffew, great head fake, sidestep, 3-ball, good!
Separates him along with the skill set.
Do you find for taller players as well? Inbound to Leffew for another 3. Not going to get good. Oh, yeah.
It's a talented team.
Suppose he can't get that 3 to go.
It's a chance for them to kind of regain confidence. A lot of players able to have big offensive games, really big defensive games too.
Leffew three.
You know, you're playing those exhibitions, but the juice in the building isn't the same, and they know it goes on the record here. They're going to be scouted. People are going to do different things to them they haven't seen yet.
As Leffew with a drive down the right side, holds it up high, the show in the finish.
Got the SEC body, got great shot, great form. Again, being an Atlanta kid, you know he wants to perform well tonight.
Here's Leffew, an 11-11 tie. Godfrey back for Leffew for three. That's good. Back cut from late. Oh, he might have gotten away with the travel. He's able to keep control. Beautiful feed into the corner. The three ball won't go for Grant Strong, and Georgia coming back the other way with 98 seconds to go in the half. Georgia leading by 2. Lawrence stops in the lane. It's falling just a bit. They'll reset with Kane. Little things, get the ball quickly down the floor. Give yourself as many chances.
Tennessee Tech in an open three, just couldn't knock it down.
Leffew three, that's good. That's just Georgia's second. And here's Johnson on the drive. Good head fake up with the left hand. No good. Dogs coming back the other way. Georgia scored 7 straight. Tyron Lawrence with the board. It was 35-33 Tennessee Tech. Now it's Georgia by 5. Leffew has been a spark, and he finishes again. So if that was football, they call pass interference. They just got their feet tangled up.
That's right.
Here's Asa Newell. Down to Lawrence. Leffew for a three. That's good.
Ball strong, but 2 hands. Cameron with the basketball. What a finish.
I mean, that's just one. I don't know how much else you could do defensively. That's just a great individual play. Newell. Lawrence. Lawrence to his left. Leffew with the drive. He has been enormous off the bench for Jalen Johnson to Leighton. Good drive, beautiful pass. They move it nicely. Cameron for the lead, in and out. No good. Lawrence for the rebound for Georgia. That one got about halfway down. Here's Lawrence to Kane. Lawrence. Leffew, bottom.